The Bobcats' fate will be out of their hands for the time being as the Carleton Place Canadians sit 1 point back with one game in hand, prompting a reporter to ask the Bobcats if they'll either be West Kelowna or Brooks fans. I'm pleased to be joined by Brian Munns of TSN here. He'll be calling the game on Sunday. And Brian, this was a team that looked completely different. I'm talking about the Bobcats on Friday night or Thursday night. You look at them this afternoon. What impressed you the most?
Well, first and foremost, I think it was the start, just the way they came out of the gate.
When asked about the key factors to the game, Rod Kirby said it will be won or lost in the trenches, something defensive tackle Morgan Colfus is relishing. Now to some RBC Cup action from this afternoon. The Carleton Place Canadians were in a must-win situation, taking on the Brooks Bandits. Now you see the Canadians are winless so far, so another loss would put an end to their tournament, guaranteeing the Lloydminster Bobcats a berth to the semifinals. In nearly 3 decades in the AJHL, the Lloydminster Bobcats have reached the North Division Final for the 3rd time in the team's history. Each time it just so happened that Gord Thibodeau was the bench boss. While they're happy with their accomplishments to this point, they still know they have bigger goals coming up.
All right, Moses, well, we begin sports on a bit of a more somber note with the passing of a local icon in minor football.
You know, you have Rod Kirby, whose impact not just on the coaches, players as well, spanning both provinces here in Saskatchewan and Alberta, as well spilling into others. And he is a man who's definitely passionate about the game of football and put Lloydminster on the map.
All right, Moses, well, it might be early into the season still, but the Lloydminster Vandals are still enjoying some success.
2 games in, 2-0 record. Not too shabby for this group, considering they only won 3 games in the past 3 seasons before that. Undefeated sounds pretty nice right now for those Lloydminster Vandals. To lacrosse now, the Vermilion Roar entered Sunday's contest. Winners of 5 straight, taking on the Edmonton Warriors. Picking up in the first period, tied at 2. Warriors power play. Dustin Herman with the backdoor goal, untouched. It's 3-2 Warriors. They would soon double their lead. Cam Shilley, this one on another power play. He'll finish the give and go. It's now 4-2. But Brooks responds at the midway point of the opening frame. Nice work down low by Jarrett Cockrell. He'll give it to Cale McCarr, and he takes care of the rest for his 3rd of the tournament, and it's a 1-1 game. Just 12 seconds later, Colton Point, while he can't handle the point shot, Jeff Malott is there to clean up the garbage. 2-1 Bandits. Jays were taking on the Phillies today. Already 1-0 for the Jays. Kevin Pillar at the dish. He hits his 5th home run of the season. The solo shot makes it 2-zip. The Jays would explode in the 3rd after Ezekiel Carrera made it 5-0. Bases juice for Josh Donaldson. He just unloads, reaching the 2nd deck at Rogers Center. 9-0 for the Bluebirds. Well, we know that the Riders were very poor on defense, finishing at or near the bottom in every statistical category, prompting Chris Jones to bring in a lot of new players. Now, one of those faces you might say has a thirst for hitting, among other things. 3 minutes left in the frame. Brandon pressuring. It's going to be John Quenneville who will set up Nolan Patrick. And the Wheat Kings now retake the lead. The Oil Kings, however, do not back down. In the 3rd, they score 3 unanswered goals, including that one you see by Jesse Roach. And then 8 minutes to go in the game. Brandon Baddock splitting the defense and puts it wide side to beat Jordan Paperny. The Oil Kings extend their lead to 2. Group F action. Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal taking on the Euro debutants from Iceland. 31st minute. Ball directed to Nani, and he's there to finish. Portugal led 1-0 at the half. Seemed to be in cruise control until this happened. Bakir Bjarnason in the 50th minute equalizes. Guess Iceland didn't read the script. Coming away with a point, shocking Portugal 1-1. The West Kelowna Warriors came in as the self-described underdogs, but that certainly wasn't the case if you saw them play. They took on the BCHL's best and won. Western Canada Cup came up as the top dogs, ultimately going to the RBC Cup final, where they turned out to become the 2016 champions.
Let's talk about the Liners. They're looking pretty good right now, hey?
Not too shabby. These girls very intimidating, especially on the mound, and looked pretty darn good over the last couple of games here, taking on Sherwood Park the other day. This afternoon they faced St. Albert, and boy oh boy, this one was no contest in a hurry. We'll have the highlights for you coming up.